The Nightsisters made an unexpected comeback in Ahsoka Episode 6, revealing why their Force powers manifested so differently than those of the Jedi and the Sith. The source of the Nightsisters' abilities has long been a topic of debate since they were first presented in Star Wars, The Clone Wars. The Witches of Dathomir, known as magic in the Star Wars universe, were always supposed to wield a sort of sorcery comparable to the mages, witches, and wizards of real-world myth until it was discovered that their powers also derive from the Force. That being said, Nightsister magic has always been depicted quite differently in terms of graphics from the Jedi and Sith Force abilities, with green mists, smoke, and explosions shown as they battled throughout the Star Wars world. As a result, many people began to wonder why the Nightsisters had a separate visual language if all three groups were connected to the same Force. After years of contemplation, the solution to why the Nightsisters exhibit their Force powers so differently is ultimately established at the end of Ahsoka Episode 6. The Nightsisters' abilities originate in another galaxy. Dathomir's Nightsisters and Ahsoka Tano. The Ahsoka retcon of Star Wars' Dathomir planet was one of the most surprising revelations of the most recent Star Wars episode. While Dathomir has long been recognized as the planet from which the Nightsisters originate in Star Wars, Ahsoka Episode 6 revealed that the Nightsisters originated in a whole other galaxy. The so-called Great Mothers stated in Ahsoka Episode 6 that the Nightsisters originated on the planet of Peridea before moving to the core Star Wars galaxy and settling on Dathomir. This explains why Nightsister magic is portrayed in such a distinct way than Jedi or Sith abilities. Because Peridea is in another galaxy, Nightsister magic likewise originates outside of the main Star Wars universe. As a result of their interplanetary origins, the Force is likely to function slightly differently in Star Wars' second galaxy, expressing itself differently through the Nightsisters. This explains why the Sith and Jedi, who come from the same galaxy, have comparable talents, but the Nightsisters have relatively distinct abilities that are all based on the Force, albeit in different ways. Nightsister powers have always been inextricably linked to their surroundings. Peridea's Nightsister and Ahsoka. Another aspect of Ahsoka Episode 6 and previous Star Wars mythology might explain why Nightsister magic appears so strangely. Previous Star Wars experiments have revealed that Nightsister abilities are inextricably linked to their surroundings. This was disclosed in the novel Battle Scars, a predecessor to the computer game Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which includes Merrin, a Nightsister. It was revealed in that book that Nightsister magic stems not just from their feeling of fellowship, but also from their surroundings. Nightsister magic, interestingly, has always been demonstrated to revolve around death through powers like resurrection, mummification, and other evil talents. One aspect of Ahsoka Episode May 6th demonstrate why this is the case. Balin claims that Peridea is a graveyard since the Purgil go there to die before revealing that the ring surrounding the planet is made up of deceased Purgil bones. Given the intrinsic mortality surrounding Peridea, an explanation for why Nightsister magic is so focused on death may have been presented, given the setting in which it arose and Nightsister abilities drawing from such an environment. The Sith have long desired Nightsister powers. Episode 6 of Ahsoka revealed why Darth Sidious/Palpatine recruited Maul as his pupil before the events of Star Wars. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Maul is the son of Mother Talzin, the leader of the Nightsisters in the Star Wars universe, and hails from Dathomir. Interestingly, Palpatine and other Sith have long desired Nightsister abilities in order to better comprehend them and therefore grow more powerful. Palpatine venerated Nightsister magic to the point of ordering their extermination during the Clone Wars, fearing they would become as strong as the Sith's competitors. This, however, adds background to Palpatine's tutelage of Maul. Palpatine may have recruited Maul as his apprentice if he had learned of the Nightsisters' interplanetary origins. While this did not happen, it is related to the Nightsisters' beginnings on Peridea. The planet in another galaxy not only explains why they have such distinct powers as the Sith and the Jedi, but it also explains why they are so strong in terms of death and devastation. It's no wonder that Palpatine and the other Sith crave their power, which Thrawn is also harnessing in Ahsoka's game-changing plot.